Hey guys, Nick Brock from Health Launch. Today I want to talk to you about something I get asked a lot about, and that is plantar fasciitis. Some people call it plantar fasciitis. Whichever you choose, doesn't matter. Let's talk about how to beat it. Today we're going to go into 5 easy but effective ways that you can not only reduce your risk of getting plantar fasciitis, but also how to treat it. So the main issue with plantar fasciitis, which is a very dense fibrous band of tissue that's on the bottom of the feet, and it actually runs from the toes all the way to the bottom of the heel. Now, the main problem with plantar fasciitis is that the calf muscle, which is on the back of your leg, tends to be tight and it pulls upward on the heel. What that does is it creates this tightening effect on those bands on the bottom of the foot. And so if your calves are tight, you have a very high risk of getting plantar fasciitis. So the first thing we're going to go into is using what's called a running stick to start loosening up those calf muscles. We're going to grab this here. These come in various forms. Sometimes this one looks a little daunting. It's kind of got the spikes on there. There are smoother ones that aren't as aggressive, but essentially it's going to look almost like a rolling pin. You could even use a rolling pin if you have one of those. But what you'll do is you'll sit, put the knee at 90-degree angle so that the calf muscle is actually relaxed. And then you can have a partner do this too, but you're just going to roll. You want to start on the outside of the calf, up and down. You'll probably feel some of those adhesions or knots inside the muscle. If you do, you want to find that knot and just kind of work more on top of that spot. You'll do directly on the back of the calf, and then you'll want to do some of the outside of the leg as well, because the calf is made up of 2 different muscle heads, one on the inside of the leg and one on the outside. And so you'll want to roll over that kind of quickly. What you're trying to do is increase circulation in that muscle. And so you'll probably notice after you work with the running stick that you get some reddening around the skin. That's what you want. You want to draw more blood into that area. It creates an inflammatory effect, and then as your body removes the inflammation, that muscle starts to loosen up. So a variation of using the running stick, and another fantastic way to actually loosen the calf muscles, is by using a foam roller. A lot of people don't understand how to foam roll. When you're foam rolling, you don't just want to go real quick over the muscle like you do with the running stick. You want to find those adhesions in the calf muscle and let it sit on there, almost like you're pushing on a pressure point. And so if we're going to be foam rolling here, we'll start with the left one so you can see better. You'll start right back behind the Achilles tendon, which is just up from the heel. You'll place the foam roller there, try and straighten the leg, and that will pull tightness into the calf. And then you're just going to be on the hands. Lift the butt slightly off the ground, and we're just going to roll straight up towards the back of the knee. You never want to cross a joint when you're foam rolling, so don't go up into the hamstring. Just stop right below the knee. Again, once you're rolling, roll slowly, and if you feel a knot, you want to let it sit there. If I find an adhesion in the calf or in the Achilles tendon, I'll typically let it sit there and kind of roll back and forth. It tends to be slightly painful, but it's very, very effective in loosening up that calf muscle, which will ultimately help the plantar fasciitis. So the next approach to stretching out the calf muscle and the plantar fasciitis is by doing what's called a wedge stretch. You can use any tool that you might have that works as a block around the house. You can use your staircase. Shoe boxes might collapse, but you can use a yoga block. Or if you see one of these half domes, which are pretty inexpensive at like Target or Big Five, these work really well also, and you get a little massage on the feet as well. And so I'll show you on both of these what you'll do. And so if we're standing, you're going to wedge the foot like this. Start with the leg straight. You want that knee locked out. And instead of leaning your upper body forward, you're just going to kind of scoot towards the block with the entire body and the leg, and you'll feel a really nice deep stretch in the calf. Now, if most of your pain starts lower back here or is only on the bottom of the foot, what you'll do is you'll put a slight bend into the knee as you go forward, and you're going to stretch a muscle that's called the soleus. That muscle is deep below the calf, but it also goes into the Achilles tendon. And so start with the knee straight, stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then slightly bend the knee, and you'll feel that stretch move closer to the foot. I recommend stretching both because we don't know what exactly is causing your plantar fasciitis. If using a stair or a yoga block is too intense, you can get something that's a little bit smaller. Again, I like this one with the spikes because it's like a massage on the feet. But again, you'll wedge the foot. You're going to put just the balls of the feet right on top. Keep that leg straight, and you're going to lean right in. You can see it's not as much of a stretch, but if you have a very painful case of plantar fasciitis, this would be a great place to start. Now, we've gone over a lot of stretches here for the calf, but how do we actually strengthen the bottom of the foot? You have little tiny muscles, are called intrinsic muscles, on the bottom of the feet. And sometimes in plantar fasciitis or the foot flattening, they get overstretched. And so the next tip I'm going to give you is an exercise to help strengthen the bottom of the foot. What we'll do is we're going to use a towel. We're just going to lay it flat, just like this here. And then from this side, you're going to place the foot here, and you're going to use the toes to help grab that towel, and we're going to slowly bring the towel over this way. I can really feel that working through the arch on the bottom of the foot. And you can do as many repetitions as you like, but I recommend doing this exercise maybe 3 times, and you're probably going to fatigue those little muscles on the bottom of the foot. So doing that exercise is great to strengthen those muscles on the bottom of the foot, but remember, we always want to be balanced. So if you only have plantar fasciitis pain on one side, do the exercise on both. Not only is it going to help heal the side that's injured, but it's also going to prevent you from getting it on the other foot. Now, I've saved the best for last, right? I always recommend icing the foot and massaging it at the same time. Typically, you can freeze a bottle of water. Something smooth like a Smart Water bottle works really well. But the issue with freezing a water bottle and then using it to massage the foot is the ice starts to melt quickly. The ice starts to melt quickly, and then you're waiting for it to refreeze before you can do the exercise again. So if you have a smooth, like small 20-ounce canteen like this, you can actually fill it with water, freeze it. You're going to get the cold, but you also have the density of the canteen, which is going to help with arch support. And I'll show you what I mean right here. So we'll use this. We can put it on the floor, flat like that. You're going to put it right in the center of the foot, and you actually want to put a pretty good amount of weight on your foot so that helps push up into the arch. When you do that, it puts slack in those dense fibrous tissues on the bottom of the foot. From there, you're going to roll back and forth. And if it gets really painful back by the heel, then don't start there. Don't go quite all the way back. But once you can, you're going to go the full length of the plantar fascia. So we'll go from the heel all the way out towards the toes or the ball of the foot there. You want to put a good amount of weight on there. Now, when this bottle is frozen and it's cold, you're not only going to reduce inflammation with the cold, but you're also providing a massage at the same time. And again, by using one of these bottles here, you can reuse it every hour, every half an hour, whenever you feel the pain on the bottom of the foot, and you're not waiting for a plastic bottle of water to refreeze. I know plantar fasciitis can be a debilitating issue. Maybe you're a runner, you love walking, and now you can't because your foot is always hurting. These 5 effective ways of helping plantar fasciitis will make a huge change in your life. We'll get you back out there walking, running, doing the things that you love. So, if you like the content in this video, if it was helpful for you, make sure you click that thumbs up button, like the video, and please subscribe to the channel so that we can continue to bring you high value content that's going to help you live at your best.